Hey guys, I'm back again. So for class today, again, remember we always have to have our heading ready. So remember to write your name, date, grade, and section. Your objective for today is to understand and use notice and note signposts in a story. And your I can statement is I can understand the signpost in each story. So we're going to go to our notice and note reading model for the story Rogue Wave. You're about to read the story Rogue Wave. In it, you will notice and note signposts that will give you clues about the story's characters and themes. Here are 3 key signposts to look for as you read this short story and other works of fiction. So they're actually about somewhere between 9 to 11 signposts, but for this story, there's going to be 3 that you're going to focus on. The first one is called the memory moment. You're sitting on the bench waiting for the coach to post the names of the kids who made the team. As you wait, your mind starts to drift back to when you started shooting hoops at the neighborhood court. You were just 8 years old. Others would laugh every time you miss. Not anymore. The coach comes out and you run over to read the list. Our brains are linking the present to the past in this short paragraph. Almost all the time it really happens too. Sometimes an image, a sound, a smell, or even an event will trigger a memory of an earlier time. And when an author introduces a memory, it's usually for a good reason. Paying attention to a memory moment can help you to provide background that relates to the current situation, reveal details about the characters' histories or relationships, show them what motivates or drives the character's actions, and it also shows us what leads a character to an aha moment itself. The paragraph below of Rogue Wave illustrates a student's annotation of a memory moment. So this was a student who found a memory moment while they were reading the story Rogue Wave. Below deck, Scoot was listening to Big Sandy and his Fly Right boys doing Swinging West, singing along with them while slicing leftover steak from last night's meal. Now notice what's highlighted in yellow. They grilled on a small charcoal ring that was mounted outboard on the starboard side at the stern, trailing sparks into the water. The Sea Dog had every blessed thing, including a barbecue pit, she marveled. So, anchor question. When you notice this signpost, you would ask yourself, why might this memory be important? And this was the result the student found. What memory was introduced? The memory of grilling steak the previous night. Why do you think this memory is important to the story? The memory shows that Scoot is impressed by how well equipped the Sea Dog is. It also shows that she and her brother are enjoying this trip. So this was a memory moment, okay? Now, going back, when you read and encounter phrases like these, pause to see if a phrase indicates a memory moment. Some of those signposts in a memory moment you can look for is, she remembered that, he'd heard of, it was just like when, earlier that week, as a baby she'd. Now, these words are key, you guys, and if you notice, grammar falls into place here. Look at this. Remembered, he, which comes from he had heard, was, and then she'd. These are all grammar references to the past. So there's the connection in that memory moment. Now, I have a short video to try to make you guys understand a little bit more about what a memory moment is.
This is a notice and note strategy for memory moment. A memory moment is when you are reading and the author stops the action to show you a flashback or a memory. You stop and ask yourself, why is this flashback so important? Let's take The Lion King for example. With the help of Rafiki, Simba has a flashback or a memory to someone in his past. We have to ask, why is the author showing us this? The flashback was of his late father Mufasa, which was Simba's internal conflict. Simba had to figure out that he has to face his past by seeing this memory. So let's think about this for a little bit. In your text, what flashback is your character seeing? And what can you make of it? The answer to those questions could give you something about the theme, something about the conflict, or even foreshadow what might happen later in your text. Notice the flashback and make a note out of it, and that is memory moment.
Okay, so you can see that a memory moment is key when it comes to a story, and you get that idea of a flashback, right? It's when we start thinking back and we get these flashes or images of that memory. So that's what a flashback is. Okay, moving on to the next one. Our next point is the again and again. Okay, the again and again is, have you ever noticed excuse me. Have you ever noticed certain words over and over, like cool and refreshing? They do this to create a certain image in your mind. When images, events, or words appear in a story again and again, they can also create a reinforce a certain image, idea, or feeling. So in this example, you can see that a student marked an again and again moment. A killer wave known to mariners as a rogue wave was approaching a desolate area of Baja California below Ensenada. Sullivan Atkins, Scoot's older brother, was steering the Cutter Ridge boat on a northerly course about 15 miles off Desolate Cabo Colnet, south of Ensenada. So here's our anchor question again. When you notice this signpost, ask, why might the author keep bringing this up? So this is what the student inferred based on that. What images or words appear again and again? The word desolate, the location close to Ensenada. What effect does this have? It makes clear that no other boats or people are around, because the word desolate means empty, vacant. No one's around. That's what the word means. So this is what you get when you focus on that again and again signpost. Now we're going to go back here again, and I'm going to give you guys another quick video on your again and again note. Okay, so that video was to show us a little bit about how to recognize and again and again moment. So I hope that was clear and that helped you understand a little bit more. Okay, now moving on to the last one of our signposts for this story is our aha moment. It's your birthday and you're mad because your mom has again put off getting you new running shoes, and then you open her present, just the shoes you wanted. Now you have to reconsider what happened and why. A character experiencing an aha moment may suddenly realize he or she has a serious problem, discover the pathway to resolving conflict or solving the problem, or reach a broader understanding about life. Here's an example of an aha moment that a student discovered in the story Rogue Wave. But a split second before it lifted, the both like a carpenter's chip, he sensed something behind him and glanced backward toward the towering wall of shining water. So the anchor question here is, when you notice the signpost, ask, how might this change things? So the student went with, what does Sully suddenly realize in paragraph 8? A huge wave is about to hit the boat. And how do we know Sully realizes this? He glances backwards and he sees the wall of water towering over him. Now, when you see phrases like these, pause to see if it's an aha moment. It took a little longer to realize. That had to be the reason. He sensed something. So these are all phrases that help you recognize an aha moment. So here we have another quick video about
Let's look
aha
at another
moments.
signpost called aha moments. Aha moments will be a very easy signpost for you to remember because you've experienced aha moments in your life already. Think about this. Have you ever walked into class and everyone's flipping through notes and studying, and then you suddenly remember you were supposed to study last night? There's a test. That's an aha moment. What about if you hear a joke and at first you don't understand, then minutes or hours later something clicks and you finally get it? That's an aha moment. Aha moments are those moments that we realize something and it changes our actions. Authors make these aha moments very easy to notice. They'll have the character say something like, "Suddenly I realized. In an instant I knew. It came to me in a flash. I now knew." Or "I finally understood." Author put these phrases here to signal to us readers to stop. This is an important part in the character's experiences. We need to stop and think about it. So when you're reading and suddenly a character realizes, understands, or finally figures something out, you need to stop there and ask yourself, how might this change things? In an aha moment, one of two things may be happening for that character. First, if the moment is when a character figures out a problem, the question, how might this change things, will lead us to information about the conflict of the story. Second, if the aha moment is when a character understands a life lesson, then the question, how might this change things, will lead us to understand the theme or the message of the story. Quick review. Aha moment. The moments in your life or in a character in your story's life that make you go, aha, now I understand. That's an aha moment. When you find one of those in a story, ask yourself, how might this change things for the character or for the story?
Okay, so there you go. A little more info on how to recognize an aha moment. So those are the 3 signposts, you guys, that you're going to be finding in this story of Rogue Wave. Well, that's it for me again. So I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.